I guess I can talk too. Forgot I had a microphone. Whole thing. I don't know if anyone's out there watching, but thanks for checking in. Designing this ScreenFader class to help out with various screen fading so that I can just call it and bring it into any scene that I want and then have it fade in and fade out. And then just in case it gets left behind for whatever reason, it has a self-kill timer that gets reset every time one of these callables are called. And let's test that now. So I'm going to run the same test. And after 12 seconds of doing nothing, it should self-kill, which will call this error right here. I'm just going to put an error. That's it. Okay, so it should fade out 5 seconds. And then fade back in. And then 12 seconds after that, it should just kill itself and print something. So let's see how that goes. Fades out. Fade back in, and then after 12 seconds, maybe a long 12 seconds, it should kill down here. Oh, you know what? I don't think I connected that signal. That's probably what it is. I didn't connect that signal. Nope, I did not. Okay, so gotta take that timer, connect it to the on buffalo timer. There you go, that should work now. There you go, 5 seconds fade out, 5 seconds back in, and then 12 seconds from here should self-kill. Do that at the bottom here. Might even throw an error, we'll see. Let's do this. Check time left. Oh, I guess it just killed? Oh, that makes sense. What am I doing? So what's happening? I've designed it so that when it's actually working as intended, it seems kind of crazy, but the fade in, once the ScreenFader class that I'm building here has faded back in, it self-destructs here. Which is exactly, it's ending right when the duration ends here, right? It's still leaving like 12.007. The next tick would have been exactly when its duration ends. So this is actually working perfectly. So just for fun, comment this out. Let's pretend something went wrong. Self-kill as fast as we have to. What? Let's leave it. Let's leave it. We're watching this. We'll be fine. So, here we go. Good. All right, now it's running all the way. Great. Turn it down. Thanks for the feedback on the audio. Hopefully that's a bit better. And boom. Okay. Cool. So this whole self-kill thing. Thanks, Boolean, for the audio feedback. Appreciate that. Okay, so that's working as intended, because there has been times where, you know, I don't know if in games where it kind of goes to a black screen and you kind of wait around and nothing happens. Just as a potential fallback in case I don't call this fade out, because, sorry, the fade in. I can fade out a scene with this thing and maybe something gets lost, or, you know, it becomes an orphaned node or class. Then after 12 or so seconds, it'll self-kill. Get out of the way, just in case something funky goes on in the scene transitions or whatever. So that's the goal for a self-kill. Okay, so we don't need this anymore. We don't need you anymore. Just comment this out. So the goal here is when I call this, once it's ready, once I've added it to the scene tree or whatever, it'll start ticking down. But the goal is that it gets instantiated and then immediately gets used. Fades out. And then hopefully the fade out doesn't take longer than 12 seconds, which it shouldn't. Then I've done something wrong somewhere else. And then if it has, at least it self-kills. So yeah, cool. So all of that is for putting in the WorldManager class. Put it. Oh. Cool. Where do I even start with this? What do I want from this? Two. This class is meant to just be to manage basically what world we're currently in, because there's different parts to the overall game. There's basically 5 or 6 kind of, I don't know, I just want to say overarching kind of modes that the game will be in. There's basically the title screen, there's the station, there's hyperspace. I'll put these all in here so you guys can see it. All right now. Oh, I have a hyperspace scene. What am I talking about? What am I talking about? I built this already. World's right here. Yeah. Space. Counter. What? Solar system? No. That's all of them. Planet side. I think it's gonna be the big pain. Planet side stuff will have to be brain generation. I'm gonna learn how to do all that, which I've dabbled in a bit and had a little bit of success. But for what I want, I'll need to really dig into the idea of brain generation, because I'll want to be able to take into account some of the things about the solar system that the planet is in. And some of the things I've thought about already is even the farther, or just to start, there's a default heat or temperature gradient that goes from the equator to the poles that I'll have to take account of. Plus, the farther away the planet is, it'll affect the overall temperature. So if the planet's kind of more frozen, there'll be more snow. And if it's closer, there's less snow. And even if it's not a frozen planet, maybe there'll be snow towards the poles as you move to the north or the south. So that'll be a whole thing by itself. Okay, so on the change world method, I don't want to have to think about it too much. I just want to provide the world type. So right now, current scene. This is already a property in the tree. Look at this. Yeah, there we go. World scene or class? Do this. I don't need the scene as much. Today I'm in some other part of the game and it calls for change world. All I want to have to provide is the world that I want to change to. Right, so I just, hey, change to this world. Okay, so if there is a current world object, I've already set up a world class. Your world. Okay. And then I can just get the world cleared. Tap into this here. Back to what it was. Object. Cleared. Cool. So if there's already an object, which there usually will be, each world itself will have this method that will emit this signal when it's done. So if there's a current world object, we'll wait for it to be cleared. And cleared. Do free. I don't think it does that automatically. This is free, and we'll set this to, just to be sure, if there's no like leaks or memory leaks or anything, ensure that it's not there anymore. And since this is queued freed, Godot's gonna handle it, so I can forget about it. And from here, current world object will equal world scene. So now I'm going to get this scene from here and instantiate it. The world scenes, and this is where this becomes handy. You can just go world type, all the right world, and instantiate. Boom. So this will get instantiated. Current world object. How would I do this? Get add child. Is that how this works? Get roots, I think. Oh, how would I do this? Oh, what am I doing? I'm overcomplicating this. I can just change the scene, right? Get 3. Oh, okay, yeah. Let's do that instead. I've never done it this way before. Let's see how this goes. Return it though. Wait the scene change signal. Then current world object equals get tree current scene. Okay, that makes sense. Actually, let's do a check. If if get tree current scene world else get tree quits. Get out of there because something horrible happened. Okay. Print an error. WorldManager. This scene was on the world. Okay, so we can test this because this gets auto-loaded. And I actually have run the project, and then this should be able to just change world. Go to title. Not that one. Nope. I want world.type. We're going to start with the title screen. Right? That makes sense. If there's a kernel object, we'll clear it, but there shouldn't be. What? Because just for debugging purposes, put this here with a. Should work. It should work. Right. The whole fun of game dev is find stuff out. What am I missing here? Am I missing anything? Oh, I need to load it. Okay, so once if get tree kernel Okay. Current world object load world. There's a different thing for this. Start world. Is that what I'm looking for? Okay, I call it initialize world. Good. Okay. Initialize the world. Not doing that yet. That should load everything I need from this. How's this set up? This should work. Give it a shot. WorldManager, there we go. Okay, let's try this out. Oh, I can select a scene. I don't have like a main scene. Let me just start the. A random this won't work the way I wanted it to. I'll just take That should work, yeah? Okay. See what happens. Oh my word. Straight to the station for some reason. What the heck? Well, it went somewhere. That's good. I know it's busy adding or removing a remove child can be called. I obviously did something terrible. That's what I did wrong. I called the station world. There is a title screen. There we go. Okay, cool. Good. Okay. Getting there. So the other thing we want to do is, you notice how it jumped straight in, but there was no fade in or anything, because I didn't use a screen fader. I don't have that set up just yet. However, that title screen has a built-in fader, and I'm wondering... It didn't work. Start world. Oh, I have to initialize it, but there's no initialization on this one. Where am I going? Get tree, initialize world. Wait. Current world object. State here. I know there's a world ready, I think. Wait that, then current world object start world. Load complete. Build.ready. Okay, yeah, we just wait for it to be ready. See how that works. Still not working. Let's do defer this. That called oh, there we go. Have to clean that up a bit, but the idea. Okay. Okay, so it works. We just need to add a little process frame. That shouldn't happen. Sorry, that ideally doesn't happen, but I wonder if... Where is it here? If this just happened too quickly. So we initialize the world and we wait for this to happen. And this happened in the same this probably emitted world ready before we awaited for world ready. You know what I mean? This probably emitted world ready. And then after that, then it goes down here and waits for world ready. Okay, there's definitely a better way to do this. So what we can do... Trying to think through this because the one issue this setup has, I had a different setup before that I really liked. So I'm trying something different this time. I'm not sure if I'm liking it as much. What I need to happen is I don't want to change... I don't want to necessarily have to change scenes altogether. It'd be nice to have a kind of a node that's always there. So maybe I just keep that main scene here. Call it like origin or something, a main origin. And then add the scene to like instantiate scenes to the main, to this thing. How would the Autoload know it's there? Because I need a tree to add the ScreenFader to. But if I get tree and change the scene, that will get rid of the current ScreenFader as well. So I need like a permanent scene to kind of run things in. So maybe this is not how I'm going to run it. I have to think through this one. How can we do this? It's probably an easy solution. I just have never done it before. What would happen if we got rid of this? See what this does. That happens too fast. It's interesting. It's taking like a half second to get going. Oh, I've got a 1 second timeout. That's why. Ah. Okay, so wait 1 second. That's what the gray is. Gray for 1 second. Okay. Yeah. Okay, it's making sense. Starts. Great. Game scene to packed is not going to work for me. That means I need a node that's aware of the scene tree, right? Maybe instead of an auto load, I just make it And then it's on, just make the node here, make this. Make this the world manager. Let's do that. The world manager. Yeah, because the world manager is not going to need to know anything except for what's below it, right? Like it's just managing what scenes get made, and then instantiate it. Okay, let's try this. This is more what I want to get rid of this. Name, world manager. Do that. We'll make it that. Make it a singleton. So this. Autoload. Manager. It's now a scene. It used to be called main. Where is it? Put it somewhere there. Put it into singletons. Main. We're going to rename this. Okay. Type to world manager. Glorious. Now it's in the scene tree, so I don't have to do all this crazy searching stuff. Okay. We can go with what I want to do originally, which is current world object equals this dot instantiate. Yeah, there we go. Also means I can put back my little testing ready function here, because now, so the reason this is here, this is in the title screen of the scene here, which is my title screen. If I wanted to just test this, I can hit the play current scene button and it'll just run. The reason it runs at all is because I have this little test right here. If it's the current scene, right? Just run yourself, right? And test mode is now true. And just put this as a... I'll do that later. Yeah, so that way I can test it. It's in its own scene. But if it's not its own scene, I'm in the world manager, which means we're running the game. I can instantiate it, add child, and it won't call that function. It won't do this anymore, because the current scene technically is the world manager scene, which I like. So let's work with this for now. This is gonna be better. So we add the child and current. Oh, you know what we could do? Current world object. Initialize world. Await current world object dot ready. World ready. Once that's true, then we call start world. Yeah. Okay, that should work. Now, that should work for all of them. What I'm going to do is, yeah, I think I'm going to leave this process frame. Or, where was I? Unload complete. I'm going to call deferred on this. So that waits just a little bit. Call deferred. Yeah. So that I don't have to put this in there. That's all deferred. World ready happens just a little bit later. Wait, that's what I want. Yeah. Initialize world, it gets called later. Well, let's do this. Just for testing purposes. We get here, print world ready. I guess it's going to be called here. Let me do this. Change state to ready. It's printed. And then emits it. And go back to the WorldManager class. Initialize world. Yeah. Print. We'll see what gets printed first. So ideally, that where would it be? Should say like TitleScreen world ready at some point. Let's see how this goes. Right. Okay, good. That worked. Loading. World. Yeah, okay, perfect. That's what I wanted. That's the effect I wanted. So you'll see here. Title screen world is loading, which is this. And because I called deferred, what was happening before was it was loading and it would say ready almost right away before this thing had a chance to set up. So it wasn't waiting for anything. Or the world ready signal had already fired before it had started waiting for it. But now that we've deferred the world ready by just a little bit, to the end of the frame, this runs, the signal gets called deferred, this sets up waiting for it, then the world ready signal hits, then it can allow it to start. Right, as seen by here. So it's loading, then this gets called, which is what we want. WorldManager is now waiting, then it gets the ready signal. Perfect, then start world means it's active. The intro starts. Okay. Perfect. I like it. So now that we got that kind of figured out, let's do this. ScreenFader. So now we can go back and start bringing in these ScreenFaders. Change world. So if ScreenFader is, well, I need a is running method on this thing. Do that. Oh, I said it's private. We can let the world know that if it's fading or not. That's fine. Okay. So now back in our now that we have that method as public, ScreenFader, change world. If there's a ScreenFader, is And ScreenFader is fading or running. ScreenFader. I guess I can hue free and just make a new one. That's what I'll do. It's kind of like kill, I guess, for a tween. I wonder if I can make my own. Huh. Make a publicly accessible method that kills. Make it basically how a tween works. Call it kill. Kill the tweens. And then all deferred and free. Yeah, so it's, I'm not sure if we need to do the kill tweens thing, but there you go. I think let's just leave it. I think it's safe. Then we go back here. ScreenFader.kill. ScreenFader. We'll make a new one. So ScreenFader equals ScreenFader scene.instantiate. ScreenFader glad child. Yeah. Later. Fade in. Let's say for. Actually, want to fade out. 5.0. Fade out finished. Yeah. Okay. If there is a ScreenFader already, we're going to kill it. And then once that's gone, ScreenFader. Let's do this just in case. ScreenFader null. Clear the local cache. ScreenFader equals ScreenFader instantiate. And then we add it as a child. And then it starts to, we call fade out. So it starts fading out, then we await for that thing to finish. Basically how a tween works. Once it's faded out, we do all of this work. And then where should we put in the fade in? We'll wait till the world for the world to be ready. Then ScreenFader. We'll fade it back in 3.0. Go with that. So once the world says, "Hey, I've loaded everything. Everything's loaded. Blah blah blah. We're ready to go." Then I fade it back in. And I don't have to wait for anything. Just start the world. 2-second fade in. Even be 1. Do this a bit faster. This doesn't need to be 5 seconds. And the cool thing is this screen fader, once it's faded in, if you'll remember, the fade in kills itself, right? So once the fade in is done, this thing disappears. Very nice. So all I need to do is fade it in, and then I don't have to think about it. The world started. Should be all good to go. Should be. Let's test it. Let's see how this goes. See anything? Let's see. Fades out. Loads the world. Yep. Okay. What I'm going to do is go into the menu box. All these print statements happening. You don't need to see this. Loading, active. Curious why this gets called twice here. Interesting. Closing, close, closed. Oh. Oh, what? Something weird's going on. This is getting called twice. So I just want to make sure. Figure out where that is. Maybe this is firing for some strange reason? I don't know. Let's see. Oh. Wrong button. Fades out. Let's see what happens down here. Started. Okay, it's not there. Yeah, I want to watch this again. Fades out. Oh, I wonder what's happening. You're seeing that blink of this. I think it's because the screen fader layers 1. Yeah, I want to make this like, that's the max I can do. I want to put this at the very top. 100? Oh. Max I can do. Sure, layer 500. Try that out. Fades out. Fading back in. Yeah. All right. And it covers the little loading that happens there. Much better. Okay. Much better. So the great thing about this is that the screen fader system hides all that loading stuff that happens behind the scenes. So I can have the scene itself as I'm editing it. Ideally, I can leave it in any state that I want right now, right? I can have these two menus open. I could be editing something, but built in, where am I? Title text. Oh, I know what that means. Signals. Sorry, I lost my train of thought. Just started. It's only been called once. That's good. I'll go back to the menu box. Just system that I have here. I'm going to undo these. Focus interactables I don't need to see right now. Focus interactable. No focus. Pass. Let's see what happens here. Nope, nothing. Wrong button. Fades out. Good. Hides all the stuff. Yeah, it's interesting. This has been called twice. It's been called to close. These are all closing. Intro started. A little bit of debugging here. What caused this? Okay. It adds a child. Okay, I need to figure out why this is being called twice. So see these, all these menus, they're being closed because they're currently open in this state right now. As you're looking at it right now, the scene that I have, those menus are open. Even if you can't see them, they're technically in the open state. So I get all of them to close by this method. Yeah, I'm going to see if, let's try this. Close all menus. Oh, try that. What was the menu's called? Huh. Oh, I know what this is. Okay. Yeah, that's fine. This is being only called once, which is good. That's what I want. So, that's good. This next batch comes from the change menu method that I have. Where is it here? Okay. Those on menus. It's none. Wait a second. Change menu, close all. Maybe it doesn't make sense. Do some more debugging. Let's see what happens here. Side. Close all menus was called. Interesting. Neither of the print statements happened here. Those are menus. Okay, so this was not called. That's good. This must be what's happening. Each one's being called. One's being closed individually. I think it's here. Let's see. Individual. Closing. What happens here? Oh. What? Menu. Where could this be? If hide previous menu. What is calling these? Why is the state changing? Yeah, it's interesting. I don't know why it's being called twice. There's something I'm missing somewhere. You know what? It's actually not game breaking. It's just something's calling it twice. I wonder if I can. Where the begin? Where's the intro? I got rid of this just for funsies. See what happens. Oh, that's the wrong button. Yeah, so it starts open, and then right here, something I already called. Okay, by getting rid of this, both instances of the state being changed don't get called. What? Does that not make anybody else? More menus. More menus. Those. Let's get rid of this, which means this should disappear, and this gets called by something. Okay, yeah. That is so interesting. Main menu. Menu called. Okay, if you use check or save game, open menu. Existing dropped. Ignored. Okay, that's all fine. I'm missing how that works. Okay. Fine. I'm not going to worry about that for now. It's working. It's just being called twice somehow, and it does. I've got checks so that does it matter? I'd just like to know why it's happening. This isn't the ready function. It's like the ready function is being called twice. I don't understand. That's happening. The ready function isn't being called twice. Otherwise, we'd be getting a bunch of errors. Okay. The next test we can do is keep on working on this thing. Not that thing. This thing. Ready. get rid of this. Okay, so start the game. Right, this world manager is the main scene. So once the world manager is ready, it calls to change the world. And there it goes. It should work. We've tested this a million times, but brilliant. Okay, now what we want to do is be able to play new or hit new game. Type in your captain's name and start a new game. And then from here, we get sent to the station scene. So let's go back to that title screen world. And I need to get the button. Where is it? My buttons. Start new game. Yeah, so we got a manager now. So what we can do is once this is done, can I do this? Need the game manager to be a truly static. Yeah, okay. World manager. Var. Reference. Call a ref. Manager. With a static var, world manager. That should work. That way when we're in the title screen world, or no, world map. This thing, instead of just quitting, we go world manager dot ref, which is a static variable for the thing that's above us, called change world, right? Because now we can just call this from anywhere, world.type.station. And I don't want to quit anymore, and I don't want to do this. Yeah. And I don't need to do this exit tween anymore because the exit tween in this case was a temporary fade out of the screen. But now we have a ScreenFader in the World Manager class that should be able to handle that. So I can get rid of all of this and just simply call, yeah, right here, Game Manager, Scene Manager, all of this should be handled by that. We have one now, so I should be able to just go boop, boop, boop. Obviously, this is World Manager ref, change world, that's open. There. Now this change world method handled all that code that we had there before. Ideally. So we're about to see if that actually happened. Okay. Alright, this game happens. We got a nice little menu with some background music that's been written but just not in the game yet. New game. I hit start new game, but the flag, there's no name in here, so I can't start the game yet. Boom. Name has been submitted. Now we should be able to start the game, and something bad happened. Perfect. See what went on here. Unpressed. Change world. Okay, so this didn't work. Because here, I have to put it here. Uh-oh. Ref equals self. Try that. Game. Okay. Being clear, clearing, idle. Yeah, so I had to self-kill. Okay, so for some reason, change world. This all works. Those are menus. Oh, you know what probably happened was the scene did get added, but I don't have WorldManager, ScreenFader, add scene, add child, yeah. You have current world object. Wait. What if it's the same thing? Clear world, on clear complete. It's the same issue we had before. Let's do this. Okay, go back to where we just were. Call this on deferred. So call deferred so that the world has a chance to find the signal, because the signal's firing too early. What was it for? Unclear complete. All deferred. Put it on. Okay, let's see if that helps. Game, I can skip all this. Game, blah, blah, blah. That's my captain name. Start new game, let's see what happens. Hey, let's go. Oh, I love it. I have animations for this guy, but not there yet. If any of you are StarFlight fans, or at least the Sega Genesis version, you'll recognize this a little bit. What I thought would be really cool, this is new, is this whole Arth is down here rotating the background. So this is incomplete over here. But I intend to have a few like windows kind of like this around. And don't worry, the foot tapping will definitely be there. And I think I've programmed this one. This one works? Yeah. So here's the operations. This all works. Back. Oh, glorious. Let's see if personnel works. Yeah. Not quite. I still have to build this up a bit, but we've got, what I'm really excited about is you get to this personnel tab, personnel room, and you got the recruitment thing, you got your roster over here, and then a new captain tab where you'll be able to customize your captain. Be pretty cool. So the rest is pretty similar to my previous videos, but yeah, I'm shocked this is all working. I'm very happy that it's all working. Great. Great. I don't know. I didn't expect that to work so flawlessly. So I'm very happy. I'm glad it all worked. Let's see. I want to watch that transition again and see how that the screen fade works with the fading in the station. I didn't quite catch if it faded in. What happens here? Oh, it did fade in. Oh, perfect. That's the brilliant thing about having these manager classes, man. Brilliant. I love it. That was world. Later, just to make sure it's all working. There's this kind of like safety. If Godot recognizes or sees something that might not be type safe, check this out. Get rid of that. this kind of goes gray. I really like to have all these lit up to really make sure that everything is typed effectively and properly. I'll put that in there, and it casts it as a ScreenFader, which is that custom class we made. And now it's all green. That's kind of a goal I have. It's not always possible to get them all lit up, but I try to get the vast majority of them lit up. Okay, that works. What should we do next? WorldManager class is working as hired. TitleScreen is working. Some cool ideas that I want to do with the TitleScreen world, like things like if you click, you know, these planets or these moons as they're going by, just maybe like a little explosion happens or something. You know what I mean? Like a little Easter egg. Or if you click a star, you get a ping sound. But that'll be for another time. Let's go to... Where's my worlds here? Bring up the station world. What did we need to work on? You know what? Let's get this this guy animated properly. This is kind of silly that he's having straight moving back and forth. Do you guys know? This might age me a bit, but do you remember those hockey games that you would have? Like, it was like a thing that you would have on the floor, like a physical little hockey with little like rods that you would spin and flick little pucks around. Like you'd have like a whole, like you have 6 or 7 rods on your end. You'd have like your brother or a cousin on the other side, and you would flick. They'd be physical objects that you would flick on these rods. Kind of similar to foosball, but sideways, the other way. And that's what it's kind of reminded me of here. They just kind of like moving back and forth, just Anyways, let's get this guy animated. So I actually have the animations for this guy finished, and kind of excitingly, because I have an updated animation for this. So let me bring up freaking theme. Bear with me one sec. Whoa. Does not like being opened up for some reason. Start up Ask right here. Right. So what I'm going to do, I've also got the foot tap here. What I'm going to do is export all of these. Give me one sec. Put these as a right sheet. Being silly. Did I do this right? Selected frame. Export as sprite sheet. There, visible layers. Selected frames. There we go. Much better. Okay, guys, give me one sec. I'm just trying to get this exported. names. Wait, sheets 2 export. Okay, hopefully that worked. I got my file system. Almost there, almost there. There it is. Okay, so go to my assets folder here. Sprites. Station. SpaceMan sprites. Drag it in. Boom. That's weird. I want it to open. Let's restart Godot. So frames up. In, bring you in. Beautiful. That. Ending. How do I set? I'm not familiar with animated sprites. Wait, maybe it's not. Maybe this is not the way to do it. Like this. There we go. 6. 1, horizontal 6. Okay, because we're doing the walking version first. King. That's good. That's not the right spot though, which is sure. Okay, maybe. It goes around there. Good. Now add a new one. Frames. there's a way to frame duration. This. Oh, I see. No. Other way. This has its own. Okay, yeah. I'm going to duplicate this one. Oh, I wonder if there's a way to... You know what? I want two different animations here. That's what I want. So let's we're calling this standing. Let's call this tapping. What's tapping? I want to be able to control when this happens. Yeah, there we go. Duplicate this. I'll finally get to actual standing, and this will be the one we definitely play first. And we can get rid of this one. And this just stays. It's just standing there. This is tapping a foot, and this is walking. Brilliant. Simple. Okay. What it do? Equals 0, then SpaceMan Sprite. Animation. Close. That's working. SpaceMan Sprite. Oh, what did I do wrong here? Let's go back. I have two references to it. Okay, so Sprite 2D, SpaceMan Sprite. Now the SpaceMan Sprite, which is okay. We don't need this anymore. I had two references to this thing for some silly reason. Right. Oh yeah. If blur equals 0, then space and sprite dot animation equals standing. Else space right dot animation. Okay, and then I'll have to figure out how to do tapping later. This is a hacky way to do this. I'll have to change this later, but tapping timer. Let's call it in 0. For walking, the tapping timer equals 0. It resets it. For standing, tapping timer plus equals 1. This is going to go up pretty quick. Go. And if tapping greater than I don't know. How many processes happen in a second? Do 500. Why not? Base and sprites. Animate. Tapping. Yeah, this works. There we go. Nice. Okay. He is a moonwalker. Who knew? Fine though. Why is there a bit of blue there? Is that just my screen? Look at that. Looks like there's a little bit of blue. Seeing things? No, that's there. Definitely there. Okay. Then if we're walking, flip, SpaceMan right dot flip H is false. However, flip H I can't even manipulate this. Use elegantly here are equals 2. Oh, this is backwards. You don't want to flip it if it's 1. That sucks. Yeah, sweet. Okay. For some reason there's a blue something or other there, so let's go where that's coming from. Yep, there it is. Whoops. It's in the shadow. It is in the shadow. For some reason, a little bit of blue got carried over. And interesting that these ones are dark. Oh, it's because of the color behind it. I'm silly. Oh, these ones look darker than these ones. I was like, why are these ones darker? It's because they're transparent and they're absorbing the color from behind. So that's why these ones look darker than the white backdrop. Okay. So I'm going to do this again. Export it one more time. Same thing. Yep. Drag it in. Shouldn't affect anything down the pipeline. It should just work now. Yeah, blue's gone. Perfect. And then after a little bit, he starts tapping his foot. Love it. Looks great. Very happy with that. I think the tapping timer could be just a little bit lower. Just a hair. 100. Walk around. And out. Start tapping. Beautiful. Okay. Well, you know what? I think I'm going to wrap it up there. Thanks for all you tuned in during the stream, and thanks to anyone who watches it afterwards. Got to see a little bit of the work that I'm putting in behind the scenes as I'm rebuilding this classic. And I'll post this on Patreon, which is free, by the way. I don't charge anything for this. But I'm just using it as like a devlog spot. But it's been pretty quiet over the past little bit. There you go. This is great. Then I need to build some rooms again. With some of the new systems I've implemented. One that I'm pretty proud of, I'll just show it off before I go, is this menu system. So this is the classic look of that old school menu. And built into it, I have ways to close it and kind of a cool little whoop. You can make it go faster, or longer, like that. Faster if you need to. And it handles a whole bunch of the a lot of the back end stuff that I feel like I have to set up all the time. In my previous attempt to build this project, every single button, every single little interactable thing, I had to code the same way every time. And looking back at it now, it's just like, what was I thinking? Like I could have done my own custom class to handle all that. Here's that MenuBox class, which has a whole bunch of stuff in it for handling that. So the way it works is I have interactables exported value here where I can click and drag any buttons in. So I can take a button or 2 or 16 and I drag them in here. And the cool thing about that is once they get dragged in, here's the setter for it. It disconnects any of the interactables. This is a failsafe. And checks it, remove non-interactables. So if it's not a base button, if it's not a button or a line edit, then it rebukes it, right? It doesn't let it be a part of the system. Because I haven't implemented these yet. I haven't coded for these, so class can't handle it just yet. where was I? Once it checks that these are supported interactables, then it replaces the array. Then it connects and initializes all the interactables, which is usually what I have to do. I usually have to set up all these signals and make sure this all looks right. And the great thing about this class that I'm making is that I can just click and drag them in, and it handles all of this internally, which is so nice. I've already used it here, whereas let's see. So main menu, you can see these buttons are all right here. And the cool thing about that is I can just call this main menu class and say when you open, say if it's, when it opens, the default focus can be one of these buttons. I can just click and drag that one in. And if it opens, it targets it. I'm handling that behind the scenes in the title screen world right now, but well, you see right here, like for this one, this is the line edit and then these two buttons here. When you open this menu, the back button is what gets highlighted first when you open it up. So just small little things like that that just make operating menu systems going back and forth between different menus or whatever makes it so much easier because of this class that I have now, which has been awesome. I love it so far. And then I can just customize how inputs work, how the escape button works, and not having to, I feel like sometimes with Godot's built-in focus system, I'm fighting it, and all the fighting is already coded in. So you'd think it'd be simple, but look at all this code. I mean, some of it's for handling the open and closing. And oh, you guys will appreciate this. Check this out. I've got all the palettes for all the different species. So I've got human, all these other ones, low-end, Android. Taken straight screenshotted and whatever from the actual game. And then I got some made-up ones here for these ones. And some of these just default back to the normal human look. And what's also cool about this is that, if you notice, but the border changes when there's different alien species. I can enable that. Where is it? Here, I can just switch to alien mode, force it. I can also make the background brighter or whatever. And this is all handled by a sprite. So it's a basic palette swap. Handled by a sprite. Handled by a shader. So this is really fun to work on. Get that all handled. So when I eventually use this in communications with aliens, it'll start like this. It'll be in an encounter, and then it'll be like whoop, and then it'll type out the text like just like in the Genesis version. It'll close and then open. It'll probably open something like this. Right? So very handy. So I'm going to be able to use it for chat dialogues and just general menu stuff. So all that is handled in all of this code. And you know what? It's probably going to get bigger. So anyways, small little things like that help out so much down the line developing the game. So anyways, thanks for joining me. And for those of you watching later on, hope you had some fun tuning in. All right.